Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video, and this time I'm excited to say I'm participating in the mixed media hop, and this is the layout that we are scraplifting today. And there is a whole lot of us going to be on this hop. I will leave everybody's link down below in the comments, and so let's get started. Okay, so I am starting off with just some black watercolor, and it is not the most opaque because it is just Crayola watercolor. And I'm using the packaging technique, and I'm going to go in a diagonal from upper left down to lower right. And I did not put any gesso or anything on this, and I'm keeping the water very light so it doesn't warp my paper too bad, but it gives it that same kind of messy look as the inspiration piece. And here I put some splatters on it, and I think that it turned out really well, just that part of it. So now I'm using this ink pad. It's a Whisper ink pad and one of my purple rubber stamps, and I found the box that I got this in for my sister, and it's Sugarloaf. So I looked them up online. Their company is not around anymore, but I still really like the stamps, and you can buy the stamps like on Amazon and eBay. So if you're interested. But this stamp pad is supposed to be one that does not smear with water or anything. It's a like for glossy surfaces, and it's a permanent type. So that's the one I'm using because I wasn't sure if I was going to put a lot more water or anything on this. I don't, but I figured I better be on the safe side. So the first stamp there that I used was just the little dots. I think it might have been the stars. Yeah, I think the first one I used was the stars, and then I went to the word congratulations, and then now this one here says it's a little star and has a whole bunch of little words on it. I think it says like let's celebrate. And then this one here is the little swooshy. Maybe this one's the stars. I can't see that far away. So I put stars, little circly bits, and dots are the background stamps that I use. And I just kind of want to make it look messy, kind of like in the inspiration piece. And I don't have a frame or anything that I wanted to put against the picture, but I do have this like a little doily that I cut out on the Cricut. So I'm going to use that. And then this stamp here is, I think, one of my Bo Bunny stamps. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I forgot to show which ones I was using. um, but I really like this one, so I am going to add just a black and white flower in different spots. And I know that this is a picture of my son and his bull elk, but I actually talked to him first, and we were looking at it, and he's like, yeah, you do that picture with this layout. And I'm like, well, it has lots of flowers on it. He goes, that's okay. Just make sure that you use blue instead of pink. So that's what I am going to do here. So I'm going to do these leaves and these flowers in the black, so it gives it that pop of black and white, and which is what it all looks like right now, which I do really kind of like the look of this. But I think if I had done a black and white completely, I would have kept the picture in color. But since I am going to add color flowers to this, I printed the picture out in black and white. And these stamps are more like this stamping that I'm doing now is more like the base, and to give it some dimension when I put the other stamps on over top. So here in this pad, it's like a pre-mixed media pad, a paper I got at Walmart. And I picked out this blue because as I stamp on it, every flower is going to be a little different because of the variation in the back, in the mixed media type of print it is. And I did pull out my little stamping pad there because it gives you a lot better, crisper looking stamp when you do that. So I think I do 6 of this bigger flower, and then I pull in 2 other flowers, and from another one more of this stamp. This flower is the exact same one as the first one I used, but smaller. And then the other 2 flowers are different, and I do 3 of each of them on the blue. I do I do some more stamping off camera on just a white cardstock. But I figured you got the picture what I was doing here. And then I end up coming in on the white cardstock and doing some leaves too. I stamped that one off the edge just because I wanted that darker blue. And I figured I could just, tuck it in somewhere and you would never know it's not a full flower. So I am not cutting those out on camera. I did that off camera, but you can see where I did the white cardstock too there, and I cut them all out at the same time. So here I'm popping up my picture on some fun foam, and I actually went and picked out white fun foam for this so that because everything else was so white on the back, I didn't want you to be able to see any other color if you look down it. I mean, you don't normally see any other color just because of the way that they are, the way the flowers and stuff go around it. But here, okay, so my husband watched one of my videos, and he's like, that glare is really annoying. He says, you need to figure out something different with your lights. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to do different with my lights. So I just covered the picture for now, and call that good for right now. I will figure out something different to get rid of that glare. I'm super sorry about it. I traced the edge of this doily with some black ink. That way it has some definition between the background and it. And I took this piece of foam, I cut it into strips, and I'm just layering it under all the flowers. So this is going to be a very dimensional, for me, layout. Not quite as dimensional as the inspiration piece, because that is just an absolutely gorgeous 3D layout, and it probably goes into a shadow box or something, but it wouldn't work very well in my album. So I took the inspiration from it and I did all the flowers and stuff, but I'm using paper and keeping it a little bit flatter, but I am still popping it everything up more than I would normally do for an album. Now, I will do this picture again later and stick it into our 2020 hunting album. But this one I wanted in our family album too. This was his first big bull, and I thought it was very important to have it in the family album, so that's why it's a 12 by 12. So here I'm just doing the leaves, popping them up on the ends, sticking them in, and that's what I'm doing. I kind of cheated a little bit in the sense that I had played with it off camera and figured out kind of where I wanted everything to go. So that's why you don't have to watch me kind of fiddling around and deciding where everything's going. I already did that mostly. And so now I'm just committing to everything. And so it looks like I know exactly what I'm doing, but seriously, it took me probably half an hour to play with all these flowers. So until I got exactly what I wanted. and I didn't think you guys needed to watch that, so I cheated a little. So I am using a mixture of wet glue, the tacky glue, and the tape runner, the ATG gun, to stick all these flowers and leaves down. And um, I I like both, and I'll go back and check my photo or layout again later to make sure everything is sticking good. And if it is, then it won't matter. If one of them is starting to fall off, then I'll know which one not to use with foam tape or foam. Um, but so far everything is sticking good. So here, let me go look. So, yep, everything is still stuck down nice, and I did this about 2 weeks ago. So, we're doing good. So, here I am. I'm just kind of filling out the different clusters. I put that one cluster there on the bottom of the picture, right actually over top of the picture. And I did it in an empty space. There was only snow there. It's not touching him or the bull. And so it works out good in that little bit of like a dead space on the picture. And it really fills out that bottom corner. And just adjusting, moving things. And I'm almost done here. And then I'm going to come in with some puffy paint in 3 different colors. I think I do black, black, light blue, and dark blue. And sorry for hitting my camera. And I'll sprinkle those around. And just so you know, I do make a mistake because I need to remember to do my puffy paint very last, but sometimes I leave it sitting in front of me and then I see something that I want to change, and so I will like go to move a flower or whatever. So this time I actually went to add a flower to one spot that I think that it didn't look like it had a good enough flower there. Sorry, my words are like stuttering. Um and I smeared some of the puffy paint. So I put a leaf over that spot and then added my flower and then walked away from it so it all dry. So you'll see that in the close-ups at the end. Yeah. So there it is. I hope you like it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to push that little bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And please make sure you check out all the other ladies that are doing the Mixed Media Frenzy Hop. There are some amazing, talented ladies doing it. And I hope you enjoy this. Bye. Thanks for watching.